Hey guys, Dominic here, and today I am going to be talking about the next generation of consoles. So I'll tell you my perspective of what I think. So already, I can grab one thing. The Switch is out. But then there's been all this stuff, even though even Microsoft admitted it, they are coming out with. I'm grabbing my Xbox One X, a new Xbox. It's the actual Xbox One I grabbed, not the Y one. And Sony's been looking at a whole bunch of things about why their next generation system as well, about being released in the next 3 years or so, but I think that Sony's gonna release it sooner, same as Microsoft, because they've already been talking about the processor that's gonna be in the next system. And one way I think it's gonna be sooner is because the Switch is already out, which is a next-gen console, and normally, ever since this release right here in 1985, old systems have been having around a 5 to 6 year lifeline, and it took 8 years for the PS3 generation. It's because of Sony's bankruptcy of 2008. But I'm sure it'll be 6 years, and it's coming up near to year 6. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One was released in 2013, and it's 2018. And it's been 5 years, and they're kind of going into depth with all this. So I'm going to say, why I'm predicting, I'm sure I'm not going to be 100% correct, but why I'm thinking with all this is that the next gen console is that pretty much there will be a few more leaks and rumors. I'm sure we'll have leaks and rumors throughout the rest of 2018. And then in 2019, when it comes up to 3, I'm guessing that they'll announce a release date, kind of like what Microsoft did with Xbox One X last year. And then, but I'm sure all this will be released in 2019. At least later in 2019. If it's earlier in 2019, it'll be a really surprise. But I'm guessing later, maybe in 2020, early 2020, but I could definitely see these releasing within a year and a half to 2 years. I could definitely see their systems releasing because even Sony with the next gen game, well, they mentioned one. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for the next gen because I have the PS4 Pro and I don't really like it. I don't really like Sony. So I'm guessing, so I'll probably get the next Xbox if it's good. But here's what I'm kind of predicting where gaming's gonna slide a little with the next gen consoles. This is gonna be the last generation of consoles, which is why I'm predicting there's probably gonna be a few more generations, but the consoles are gonna be cheaper. And I'll tell you why I predict that as weird as it sounds. The reason I'm predicting that is because I think cloud gaming is going to become a thing. And how I predict that is that there's already stuff like PlayStation Now, like streaming older games. There's this one Nvidia thing that is focused to cloud gaming to where you could play games on a potato computer and they'll run perfectly fine. I'm sure even stuff instead of it being stored in the inside of a hard drive, I'm sure it will be stored in the cloud with infinite amount of space. 'Cause I'm sure that's possible. I'm sure it could be. Maybe. But like, even on the phone right here, I'm guessing that like PUBG was released on the phone. Also Fortnite was, and PUBG is released on the phone. Fortnite was as well, and they're such big games, but I'm sure they're being streamed from the cloud. And also, all it is a few dongles, and this thing can be connected to your TV. I made that myself. That one's screensaver. But back to real stuff. Even on the Apple TV, and consoles will be a thing of the past. I'm sure even mid-generation of these consoles, maybe even before that, it could mainly be focused to cloud. In fact, maybe these consoles even are gonna be focused to cloud. Or maybe they're all just lying and then they're gonna like put something on the phone and all that. And also, here's another thing that I'm predicting with the PS5. What I'm predicting with the PS5 is, remember last year when that one thing was released? The thing that looks like it's copying the Switch. I may have veil on it. I'm probably going to link it down below. It's really cringy, but I did explain a few good things. Like, I went like full on in depth about this, which I'm sure could actually be correct. But it'll be a hybrid console like the Switch. And since it looks smaller, I'm sure it could even be focused to cloud gaming. But it's a hybrid console. and I'm sure it could be the PS5 and also with the Xbox 2 or whatever it's gonna be called. I highly doubt it's gonna be the Xbox 2 because first it started off with the Xbox One, and then the Xbox 360, and then the Xbox One again. So what can be next? The Xbox 361. That is actually a pretty good name. The Xbox 361. Or how about the Xbox 690? The Xbox 690, double the 360, 690. And that'd be cool. But seriously, I could definitely say there's next-gen consoles being released. And next year, with us by a year and a half. So E3 has just ended. They kinda announced a few things, but I'm sure by next year they'd announce more more stuff, and like with the patent and all that. Without patent that happened pretty much without patent with the Xbox, with the PlayStation 5. I'm sure with that one patent it by now, since it's been like a year and a half, we're approaching a year and a half. I'm sure 2 years would be enough for them to announce this stuff. But off with the predictions for now. I'm gonna wrap off this video here, so please leave a like and subscribe.